Hello! Welcome back, my friends. It's so good to see you. Spend some more time together with a book or two with you. The last time we were together, I read this book for you called Wilfred Gordon MacDonald Partridge, one of my favorites, and I told you a story about a friend of mine who got me that book. Well, I was going through my books today, and I thought, I want to read this book with my friends. It's called Guess How Much I Love You. And when I opened it up, I saw a note written to me by my friend, and it's the same friend, the very same friend that got me Wilfred Gordon MacDonald Partridge, got this book for me called Guess How Much I Love You. This book is written by Sam McBratney, and it's illustrated by Anita, Jeram, and I just love the words and the pictures in this book so much. Really touches my heart. I hope it touches yours. You might know this book already. It's fun to hear books and have them read by different people because everyone reads them differently, and it's fun to see the different ways that we all read. Guess How Much I Love You by Sam McBratney, illustrated by Anita Jeram. Little Nut Brown Hare, who was going to bed, held on tight to Big Nut Brown Hare's very long ears. Those are very long ears. He wanted to be sure that Big Nut Brown Hare was listening. Guess how much I love you, he said. Oh, I don't think I could guess that, said Big Nut Brown Hare. This much, said Little Nut Brown Hare, and he stretched his arms. Can you see my arms? He stretched his arms out as wide as they could go. Big Nut Brown Hare had even longer arms. But I love you this much, he said. That is a lot, thought Little Nut Brown Hare. I love you as high as I could reach, said Little Nut Brown Hare. I love you as high as I can reach, said Big Nut Brown Hare. That is very high, thought Little Nut Brown Hare. I wish I had arms like that. Someday he will. He will grow bigger and have arms that big. Then Little Nut Brown Hare had a good idea. He tumbled upside down and reached up the tree trunk with his feet. I love you all the way up to my toes, he said. And I love you all the way up to your toes, said Big Nut Brown Hare, swinging him up over his head. I love you as high as I can hop, laughed Little Nut Brown Hare, bouncing up and down. I love these pictures of Little Nut Brown Hare bouncing all over the place. But I love you as high as I can hop, smiled Big Nut Brown Hare, and he hopped so high that his ears touched the branches above. That's good hopping, thought Little Nut Brown Hare. I wish I could hop like that. He will be able to hop like that. I love you all the way down the lane as far as the river, cried Little Nut Brown Hare. I love you across the river and over the hills, said Big Nut Brown Hare. That's very far, thought Little Nut Brown Hare. He was almost too sleepy to think anymore. Then he looked beyond the thorn bushes out into the big dark night. Nothing could be farther than the sky. I love you right up to the moon, he said, and closed his eyes. Oh, that's far, said Big Nut Brown Hair. That is very, very far. Big Nut Brown Hair settled Little Nut Brown Hair into his bed of leaves. He leaned over and kissed him goodnight. Then he lay down close by and whispered with a smile, I love you right up to the moon and back. The end. Thank you for sharing time with me again. I will be reading another book or two with you very, very soon, and I hope to see you then, my friend. Until then, be well.